Hi students. Now today onwards I will start the new chapter, that is chapter number 7. It is going to deals with the directing function of management. As you know, there are mainly 5 functions of management. One is planning, second is organizing, then third is staffing, then fourth is directing, then last controlling. Already in the previous chapters you learned about the function of planning, organizing and staffing. So just I will recall those functions. What is planning? Planning means deciding in advance what is to be done in the future. Then what is directing? What is organizing? Organizing means it is a process of combining the resources, creating organization structure, establishing authority and responsibility relationship between superior and subordinates for the purpose of undertaking the work. Then the third function is staffing. What is staffing? Staffing is a process of estimating manpower requirement, recruiting, selecting, providing training and development to the employees, and based on that the worker is going to perform the duties as per the work done by the employees. We are going to provide compensation, promotion and career opportunities. That is why as a manager you need to direct, you need to guide and you need to supervise the employees regarding about how they are performing the duties which is given by the superior in the enterprise. That is why in each and every film you might have seen the name of director, which is to be shown beginning of a film. Beginning of the film, that is the duty of director is they are going to guide all the actors and the technicians. So how the sequence are to be created and in which kind of situations the actions are to be taken up. Like that, a manager in the enterprise, a supervisor in the enterprise, the departmental managers in the enterprise, they are going to act as a directors in the organization. So that is why the today's topic is chapter number 7, directing. Before going to start with the details of the chapter, I will tell you about the marks allocation of this chapter for your annual examination. So from this chapter, totally you will have 11 marks. Those 11 marks will be described under 1 marks, 1 question, 2 marks, 1 question and 8 marks, 1 question, and commonly 1 practical oriented question. So totally you have 11 marks. Those 11 marks described in, there will be 1 question in 1 mark, 1 question in 2 mark and 1 question in 8 mark and 1 practical oriented question. So this is about the marks allocation. Then In this chapter, you will going to learn about the meaning, features and elements of directing. And in that element, you will learn about what is motivation, what is communication, what is supervision and what is leadership. All those elements will be learned in the chapter directing. Let's begin the chapter. So here, directing is an essential function that is to be performed by the manager, supervisor and superiors in the enterprise. Without directing, we cannot able to get the work from employees. So what you did in planning? In planning, you set an objective. And in organizing, what you done? In organizing, you are going to combine the 4 M's and you are going to create the organizational structure. Then in third function, that is staffing. What you did in staffing? You are going to select the candidate and placing him or her for the right job for which they are being selected. So from these 3 functions, would you find any actual work is begins? No, not at all. Because in plan, just we set an objective. In organizing, we are combined the resources and created a superior and subordinate relationship. In staffing, we are selected the candidate for various jobs. That's it. But actually the employee is not at begins the work, right? That is why the employee's work that is to be start in the function of directing only. Why? Because the employee must get work instruction, employee must get the guidelines from the manager. Because employee is new, they don't know about how to work. So if you give the guidelines, definitely they will start working. That is why directing initiates actions of the employees, where the actual work start in the function of directing only. So that is why the directing is called interpersonal aspect of every manager. So in the process of directing only, the work is to be initiated and the actual work is to be begins. That is why without directing, we cannot able to get the work from the employees. That is why the directing is called interpersonal aspect of a manager. So let us see the meaning of directing. What is directing? There will be one more question. What is directing? Directing, it is a systematic process of guiding, instructing, supervising and motivating the subordinates to work towards achieving organizational goals or objectives. The meaning is very simple. Directing is a process of guiding, instructing, supervising and motivating the subordinates to undertake the work effectively and efficiently in accomplishment of predetermined objectives of the enterprise. That is called directing. So very simple. Already I told you the example, the director in a film. So what they will going to do? So they guide the actors and the technicians and the artists who are involved in that, and the director is also going to supervise how the progress is to be going on, and they are going to motivate. It means they are going to inspire all the peoples who are involved in making a film project. So that is called the directing. Then you may get a doubt, sir, in a film the director is going to guide the persons who are involved in making film, but in company who are acting as a director means the manager, or in case of large scale organization, the supervisors, usually they are going to act as a directors in the company. So hope you understood the meaning. What is directing? It is a process of guiding, instructing, supervising and motivating the employees to work towards achieving organizational goals and objectives effectively and efficiently. So here guiding means, so as a manager you need to tell them how to work, what are the procedures that are to be followed in performing the work allocated to the employee. Instructing means you need to tell them what to do and what not to do, what are the rules and regulations that are to be followed at working place. Supervising means as a manager you need to check how the work is done by the employee. As per our instruction, employee is working or not, that is to be checked by the supervisor or manager. Then motivating means inspiring or stimulating the employee to work more effectively and efficiently. So these all about the meaning of directing. So here very important, directing is an interpersonal aspect of every manager, that is to guide, supervise and motivates the employees to work much better in the enterprise. That is why the directing is an essential aspect of every manager, that is to guide his subordinates. Say for example, there will be an supervisor, below him certain workers or employees are working. At that time the supervisor must give instruction to the workers or employees what is to be done in the achievement of organizational goals and objectives. That is why the manager gives instruction to supervisor as per the guidelines given by manager. The supervisor is going to divide the work and allocate the work by getting the work done by all these employees, they are going to realize the goals of enterprise. This is about the simple meaning of directing. The next concept is features of directing. Features, or it is also called as nature of directing. There are mainly 4 characteristics that can be observed with the function of directing. Let us see what are those features. The first feature is directing initiates action. Already at the introduction of directing, I told you that with the help of directing only, the actual work is to be started. So if there is no directing, there is no matter of going of work in the enterprise. That is why directing initiates action. How the work is to be started means, through the help of directing function, proper work is to be allocated to the employees based on the experience, knowledge and skill of the candidate. If the person having rich experience of working, if a person having more knowledge, creative attitude and skills, they will be placed at an officer position. If the candidate is fresher, it means he is very new to the work, means at the time they will be taken as junior. After getting the complete knowledge and experience, they will be promoted as senior or upgraded to the post. So that is why the directing make use of all the employees' knowledge and skill. How they are going to use the employee knowledge and skill means through the help of proper allocation of duties. Hence, through the help of directing, we can able to start the action. Action is nothing but work. So is it clear? Explanation is very simple. Through the help of directing function, a proper work is to be allocated to the employees based on their knowledge, experience and skills. By allocating proper work to the suitable candidate, it will going to start the work by the candidates. Then second feature is directing takes place at all levels of management. So as you know, there are mainly 3 levels of management: top level, middle level and lower level. So in each and every level of management, the directing is to be required. That is why the directing function is called pervasive function. What is pervasive? I have repeated many times. Pervasive means universal. It can be applied in all the kinds of organization as well as at all levels. Then, as I told you that there will be 3 levels. One is top level, second is middle level, third is lower level. Then, who act as a director at the top level? So generally, president of the organization will be the director at the top level. In middle level, like branch manager or zonal manager, they are going to act as a director in the company at a middle level, and in the lower level, who will be act as a director in the lower level means supervisors of the company will be act as a director in a lower level management. So that is why the directing is pervasive function. It is to be required at all the levels of management. In top level, president act as a director. In middle level, branch managers or departmental executives or zonal manager act as a director. In a lower level, supervisor of the enterprise will be acting as a director in the company. Then third feature is directing is a continuous process. Continuous means it doesn't have any end. It is a never ending process. The function of directing will be exist in every kind of organization, and it doesn't have any end. It have an end only when the company planned to wind up or stop its business operations. That time we are not performing any duties means there is no use of the directing function. So that is why directing is a continuous process. Continuous means never ending process. It does not have any end, only it have an end when the company is winding up. So that's nothing but when the company closing down its operations, then the function of directing stop working. So this is the third feature of directing. Then last but not least, the fourth feature of directing is directing flows from top level management to lower level management. The function of directing will be flows from top level to middle level and middle level to lower level, which is to be in downwards. Say for example, the president will give the information to the branch managers at a middle level management. The branch manager will pass information, and the branch manager guides, instruct and motivates the supervisor at a lower level management. So that is why the flow of instructions, guidelines and the supervision will be at a top level management to middle level to lower level of the management system in the enterprise. That is why directing flows from top level management to lower level management, that is to be in the form of downwards direction. This is about the fourth feature of directing. So these all about the today's concept. What we learned? We learned about the meaning and the features of directing. Thank you.